and excited to hear our fellow Toastmasters in their speeches tonight. Lahat ng everyone who's excited to hear the speakers, come on, everyone. Can you just unmute for 5 seconds and say, "Are you ready?"
Are you
ready?
Are you ready?
Ay, look at this. Tiam Trish. Wait, let me just accept her. Okay. Are you ready? Well, for the speakers tonight, is it okay to say, "I'm born ready. I'm a Toastmaster"? Come on, everyone. All the speakers. We have 4 speakers this evening. 4 speakers this evening. Can I just ask the 4 lovely speakers, courageous enough to share their thoughts tonight, to unmute for 5 seconds and say, "I'm born ready"? Come on.
I'm born ready. I am a Toastmaster.
Born
Are you
ready.
ready?
Oh,
Born ready.
Born. How about you?
okay. The question for the are you ready? Audience, are you ready for us? Are you ready for the big moment? Okay, so I won't keep you waiting. Let's keep the ball rolling. I know you are all excited. Let's not wait or waste a single minute. Let's get it on by calling on first our grammarian of the day. We would like to call our tag team this evening to share, especially to our first-time members, to share what your roles is all about. By the way, TM Arlene, TMK, unlike in the usual Toastmaster meeting wherein we have the table topics, tonight we'll be having the speech marathon. These are all prepared speeches for their respective pathway and respective projects. So they have different objectives and different requirements per project. So you'll get to know more about it later. For now, let's understand what the role is of the tag team. Let me begin by calling on our grammarian. The volunteer grammarian of the evening is no other than TM Shella. TM Shella, the spotlight is yours.
I'm sorry, DM Grace. Non-disconnect.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, we'll be joined in later by TM Shalai. She's having problem with her connection at the moment. But for now, allow me to share with you our idiom of the night. Every meeting, we learn a new idiom, and this is somehow to help us improve our, vocabulary, and it also help us learn new idiom each meeting. The grammarian is there to take note of the right use of words and vocabulary that you are using, and she also takes note of the gems and what's the other one? Sorry. Germs and gems. Gems are the quotable quotes or excellent use of the English language, while the gems are, the areas that has to be improved by our fellow Toastmasters. But don't you worry. By the way, to our new ones, new TMs, don't worry, we are not what do you call that, grammar Nazis ba ang tawag doon? We are not that, we won't be, grilling you for making any mistakes. Actually, the grammarian is here to help us out or emphasize to us the correct usage of language. Okay? For the idiom of the night, please be reminded of our idiom, and that is speak the same language. Speak the same language means to have similar ideas and similar ways of expressing them. Allow me to share an example. How do we use speak the same language? One thing I love about being part of the Laguna Toastmasters Club is that we speak the same language when it comes to excellence. We all want to continue improving in our respective industries. And of course, the best way to improve, regardless of what industry you came from, it is good that you improve your communication skills. And here in Toastmasters, we speak the same language. We all want to be excellent. And that is one way to use the idiom of the night. Okay, I think TM Shala is back. TM Shala, sorry, I had to take over. Okay, I didn't see her again. Okay, she got disconnected again. But TM, she's here. Hello. We miss you, TM Trish. Hello. Okay, sorry. I forgot I'm the TM of I'm the Toastmaster of the evening. I'm not supposed to be too excited, but nevertheless, let's call on our next roll taker, the counter. The counter is no other than TM Jack. TM Jack, take it away.
Good evening, everyone, Toastmasters. So the purpose of the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. So during the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and and I will listen for filler words, including I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. So thank you so much.
Yay, thank you, TM Jack, our counter. This time, let's hear it from the timer. The timer is no other than TM Trish. TM Trish, hello. Oopsie, where did she go?
Hi,
there
good
she-
evening, fellow
okay.
Toastmasters. As your timer for the evening, my job is to time all the speeches, obviously. And just like a traffic light, green means go, you may speak you still have time to speak. Yellow means you have to prepare to stop, and red means you have to stop absolutely. Otherwise, you go over time. So that's it for my role. I'll be back to report on the time later.
Thank you very much, TM Trish. Woohoo, let me just put myself back. Boom. Thank you, TM Trish. I missed you. I only saw you just now. Ulit. I look forward to see you again in October 25 on a face-to-face hybrid meeting. See you. Okay. Now, ang daming commercial. It's time to start. Let the marathon begin. Fellow Toastmasters, it's time for the speech marathon. And tonight we'll be having the very first speaker of the evening. There would be 4 speakers who are courageous enough to share their speech projects with us. And to begin with, let's call on so far the youngest member of the club. I'm not sure about the age, but the tenure. I was referring to the tenure. Okay, the youngest so far, the newest member of our club for her icebreaker speech. Haha. I'm so excited because I'm the one who invited her. Okay, sorry, I'm too excited for her because she took the presentation mastery pathway, and now she's doing her icebreaker speech. And of course, the objective is to learn the level of public speaking delivery, speech writing, and capabilities, and to get professional feedback to know room for growth and improvements. Tonight, she'll be given 5 to 7 minutes to give her speech, and she'll be evaluated by our fellow Toastmaster TM Fiona Bautista. And her speech is entitled My Journey to Self-Discovery. Fellow Toastmasters, it is my privilege and honor to introduce to you one of my mentees, host, now Toastmaster, Kay Jean Angulo.
Thank you, TM Grace, for a beautiful introduction. Good evening, fellow speakers, leaders, Toastmasters, and guests. It is my honor and privilege to be here with you tonight. I am truly blessed to be part of Toastmasters International. I have read and heard about it from the books I've read and listened to. Well-known authors and speakers share about it. On the other hand, I learned about Laguna Toastmasters Club through TM Grace and TM Mayet during our hosting masterclass last August. Now, I am ready to speak the same language with all of you. So, to share with you about myself, I am Kay Jean Angola and I'm 32 years old, and my desire for growth has led me here. I believe that this community and training is, oh, sorry. Okay. Ayan. Okay, I believe that this community and the trainings it provide will help me fulfill my desire to improve my communication skills and develop myself. As I improve and grow, my confidence and leadership skills will surely grow with it as well. Indeed, meeting TM Grace in February of 2018 is never an accident, because the topic that I'll be sharing with you is about my journey to self-discovery. So, I grew up in a poor family. My father is a young farmer who decided to find his destiny in Metro Manila. And eventually, he met my mom and they ran away together. Growing up, my dad has been working in a as a construction laborer, and my mom selling anything from processed meat to vegetables to scrap biscuits in our local community. My older sister and I have been used to selling banana Q, kamote Q, turon, and other snacks in the community. Every holiday season, we sell buko in Marikina Market, as young as I can remember. We were used to shouting, buko, buko, buko po kayo dyan, pang buko salad, from dawn to market closing. We even do some home laundry for some relatives, and that is the life we grew up with. I am second to the eldest, and we are 6 siblings. After my sister turned 18, she ran away with her boyfriend and away for 5 years. And because I am the second eldest, I then unknowingly took the role of the eldest. Experiencing the painful process my mom went through because of my sister's decision, have me the person I am now. I was a sense of responsibility. I waited to turn 18 and become officially part of the working citizen in the Philippines. BPO company was booming that time and gave me a great opportunity to earn higher income. I become the breadwinner in the family, jumped from one company to another, lived in an autopilot life, young and innocent in mind, but living an adult life. I didn't know what I want out of life. I lived thinking to provide. Living this kind of life, I am never inspired to dream having my own life, having my own family. Family and friends keep asking me, what do I want? And I can't seem to find an answer to a simple question. But in 2019, I am face to face with myself. I have no purpose, no hope, and no reason to live. I wanted to end my life. I fought the desire day after day, finding little hope and courage and reason to live. Still found a reason why I still would like to live? What stopped me from doing what I intend to do are my younger siblings. Imagining the hardship in enduring the life and trauma that I will cause them, I cannot take it. I try to find ways to endure little by little, day after day. This process led me to ask so many questions. I asked a lot of whys and what in my life. I bombarded God and myself with questions, and I seek for answers. I questioned my thinking, how I think, my emotions, how I feel, why I feel what I'm feeling, how I was raised, and so on. I kept myself away from other people and away from other people's opinion. I kept locking myself inside the room. I distanced myself from the crowd. As I seek for answer, I was led to listening to a lot of motivational speakers and books. I was led to understanding the deepest of thoughts, emotions, life, and practices of successful people. I learned the difference between the rich and the poor, backed up with science, real life experiences of thousands of people for hundreds of years. And in the process of my search for answer has stirred up also lots of negative emotion inside me. Anger, hate, jealousy, envy, pride, and more towards myself, my parents, my family, and other people. But I never stopped until I found hope, my purpose, and my reason to live. What I learned in the process of my journey to self-discovery is to know thyself. Learn to honor and give to yourself first. We have to give ourselves first or otherwise we will have nothing to give. Once filled, then give to our family and others. Also, connect and align to the source of universal power, to God. In Him, you will never lack because He is the infinite source of everything. Thank you so much.
I am lost for words. Fellow Toastmasters, why don't we show our encouragement to our fellow TM, opening her heart tonight and pouring her love for everyone? Can I just ask everyone to unmute and congratulate her? Come on, show her some
Good job,
encouragement.
Congratulations,
Please.
Team. That was a great
Congratulations.
speech, Team
Inspiring.
K.
Congratulations, Team K.
Impressive.
Inspiring.
MK, I am so proud of what you have accomplished here today. And I still have a lot to discover about you. And thank you for sharing tonight. Fellow Toastmasters, it's time to call on our next speaker. But before I call on the next speaker, I think we are supposed to like give a minute. Do we still do that? Like in contest, but there's like a minute of silence. Is that applicable in the speech marathon, TM Excel? Just to check.
Yes, that's a great practice.
Okay.
We
Yes,
can have
that would
time
be
to
great.
digest the message.
Yes.
Okay.
We give everyone the chance to digest the message, the evaluator to take note of her observation, and for the rest of the TMs, you may still use the chat box to pour your appreciation to TMK. And I think the 1 minute is up. So let's keep moving. It's time to call on our next speaker of the evening. Speaker number 2 is taking the pathway to persuasive influence. He's now on his 5th level or level 5, which is prepare to speak professionally. The objective of the project is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. By the way, TMs, he is allocated with 18 to 22
Sorry,
minutes
TM
max.
Grace. Speakers number 2 is TM Josh. TM Julius.
Okay.
Kinabahan
My
ako.
apologies.
Kala ko, evaluator
My,
lang po ako.
my apologies. Would you like to go next? Are you okay with that? The
Chasing
next.
Josh si
Baka yung
Sam.
mata ko bigla.
There is a twist. There's
Oh, there's a twist, by the way. The evaluator becomes the speech. So you have to be ready as a speaker anytime. Okay. Oh,
and
we have a
sorry, acknowledge
joining
our new
guest.
guest, please.
Okay, we have a guest. I think Art Trinidad. Okay,
Welcome.
admitting in the meeting room. Okay. I stand corrected. Let me call on our second speaker, voluntold by TM. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the name right there. Okay. SPK number 2. Taking pathway to visionary communication. He is now on level 1, project 1 icebreaker speech. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. He is given 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of his speech is DTM. DTM as in, do titles matter? Fellow Toastmasters, please welcome DTM Julius Cruz. By the way, he'll be evaluated by TM Josh Santiago. Again, DTM, do titles matter? TM Julius Cruz. DTM Julius Cruz.
Tanggapin mo na ang offer to be division director para finally maging DTM ka na rin. When I heard this line from a fellow Toastmaster, it made me raise my eyebrow like this, even though my eyebrows were too tired to rise. That time, I was made to think, is the desire to achieve a title the right motivation to take on a leadership role? Isn't it that the desire to take on a leadership position should be founded on a genuine yearning to add value to other people through service? If there is one topic that would uniquely introduce me to an audience, it would be my beliefs when it comes to the very important topic of leadership. You see, it was poor leadership which led me to the darkest moments of my life several years ago in the form of chronic depression. Thus, when I was able to overcome that malady through God's grace and through professional help, I made it my personal advocacy to always rally for the genuine intent of leadership. That is, not titles, not position, and definitely not prestige, but a genuine desire to bring out the best in others through service. I am now a DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, through God's grace and power. But as I look back in my leadership journey, I realized that the title DTM carries with it a deeper meaning. Meaning number 1, DTM, duty to magnify. As leaders, we are all called to see and magnify that seed of greatness that lies within each and every person, and allow that person to discover that seed within himself or herself and thereafter develop it. During one of my mentoring sessions in my first home club, the Amplio and Xperia Toastmasters Club, one of my mentees blurted out saying, "Didi Jules, one of the best blessings I got from Toastmasters is growing in self-confidence, aside from the free lunch." As I look back, I can say, modesty aside, the reason why my mentee grew in self-confidence was because I gave her several opportunities to lead and speak in front of the audience. those opportunities served as platforms for her to magnify the potential in her founded on her self-confidence. DTM, duty to magnify. Meaning number 2, DTM, duty to mold. It is said that the best leadership tool is leadership by example, and I could not agree more. As DTMs, we are called to the highest calling of living exemplary lives so that our example can serve as a good reference for our mentees. We are not called to be perfect because no one is, but we are called as leaders to be humble enough to accept our imperfections and use this to grow to become better persons. Doing so, our profile as leaders would rub off to our mentees, compelling them to grow in our image and likeness. DTM, duty to mold. Meaning number 3, DTM, duty to multiply. The great leaders are not those who have many followers. The great leaders are those who grow and develop fellow leaders, as the leadership teacher John C. Maxwell would say. In this world of ours, which is obsessed with titles and followers, one of the yearning of many people is always adulation and many followers. But the truth of the matter is that genuine leaders who are secure enough do not seek for many followers. Genuine leaders desire to grow and develop other leaders in order to make this world a better place to live in. During the last months of my term as Division K director, just a few months ago, it was my joy to see that one of my mentees, then immediate past Area K1 Director, Toastmaster Wally Peña, able to lead our Area K1 to a President's Distinguished Area status. Still, my other mentee, immediate past President of Ampli Unexperienced Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Romy Posada, was also able to lead Ampli Unexperienced Toastmasters Club to a President's Distinguished Club status. In one of our mentoring sessions, one of my mentees approached me and said, Didi Jules, thank you. Because of your support, you were able to achieve it. To which I can only reply, thank you is good, but I need cash. Seriously, you're welcome, but congratulations to you, our leader. You led us to greater heights. Looking back, I realized that the excellence in the quality of the leadership of my mentees was founded on the fact that they had a sincere desire to serve, not just for the titles, but they really wanted to add value to other people. Indeed, it is very true that your intention in accepting a leadership role, whatever that intention may be, will greatly determine the quality of your leadership and your dedication once that role is given to you. My friend, are you aspiring for the DTM title? I would like to encourage you to ask yourself, what is your intention? Is it simply because for the title? Or are you motivated by the genuine desire to serve and add value to other people? My fellow Toastmaster, instead, I would like to encourage you to desire to bring out the best in others through service. In the process, you'll become ready and eligible to be a worthy recipient of the title DTM. Doing so, you will soon realize that you have become equipped to accept the duty to magnify, the duty to mold, and the duty to multiply. This is Julius J. Cruz, who always advocates to DTM. Discern the motivation whenever you aspire to take on a leadership role. DTM. Will you take the challenge? Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much. Indeed, you are a DTM. DTM Julius Cruz. Everyone unmute for a few seconds. Come on. Woo! I am lost for
Grabe.
words. Come on.
I'm glad I came to
Grabe
help.
naman, TM
Wow.
Julius. Sagad to the bones naman ang message mo.
Am
Oh
I
my
glad I came?
goodness. Moving speech. Now, everyone, you have a minute, 60 seconds to flood him with your appreciation. Come on. Use this 60 seconds to absorb everything that our fellow TM shared with us this evening and flood him with your message of appreciation. I think the 60 seconds is up. DTM, meron ka bang pahabol, DTM? Julius? DTM as in daming tinataguang mambubudol. TM Julius, thank you. Oh my God, I needed that laugh. It's been a long time since I had a good one. Thank you, DTM Julius. You are such an inspiration to your fellow Toastmasters here in Laguna Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Let's get it on to let's keep on a marathon. Let's call on our next speaker of the evening. This time, get ready for our dear president who's next in line. He is currently taking the pathway to persuasive influence. He is now on level 5, prepared to speak professionally. The purpose of this project is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. He is given 18 to 22 minutes to present his speech project tonight, and the evaluator will be TM Shalai Flestado. The title of his speech, I Had a Black Dog. Again, I had a black dog, to be presented by President Toastmaster Isael Isagan.
Kamusta ka? Fellow Toastmasters, when was the last time you asked your friends, your loved ones, or your people closest to you how they are doing? Would you type it on the chat box? Do you still remember the last time you asked somebody, kamusta? Not because you want to borrow money or ask for the latest, wow. When was that? Can you still remember? Wow, this morning, Tim She, that's great. Earlier today, just a while ago, that's great. I'm pretty sure they would really appreciate you checking them on them. But fellow Toastmasters, the most importantly is that, when was the last time you asked yourself, kamusta? Have you ever checked yourself? How are you? When is it? Did you ask yourself, kamusta? All right, this morning, you're doing good, Team Shelai? Okay. Oftentimes, we usually get a reply, I'm okay. Ayos lang naman. Sakto lang. Ikaw ba? A simple text or message or kumusta could go a long way to see how someone you hold dear is doing. Trying to engage in a deeper, meaningful relationship to see how they are doing means a lot. Oftentimes, we are consumed with our problems, worries, that we neglect to reach out to others whom we perceive, especially the one who we think is strong and who command their own lives with their strong characteristic. But usually, based on my experience, the one who usually appears to be strong is the one who really needs support. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, aside from celebrations of the Toastmasters month this October, do you know what events do we celebrate yesterday, October 10th, every year? Can anyone tell me what do we celebrate, the world celebrate every year just yesterday? Do you still remember? What do we celebrate? Exactly, Toastmaster. DTM Julius, Lazada sale, 10, 10. Oh, well. You have a great memory, Team Josh. And Trish's birthday, yes. Happy birthday, Team Trish. Yes, we all celebrate World Mental Health Day yesterday. That's every 10th of October. And you know the theme? It's like, make mental health for all a global priority. Did you know that suicide is the most second leading cause of death? And that's among 15 to 29 years old in the world. Every year, over 800,000 people die by suicide. That's one death for every 40 seconds. So that means every 40 seconds, there's somebody dies of suicide. Actually, there are more deaths from suicide from war and homicide together. According to the report of the Department of Health and the Philippine Statistics Authority, suicide cost spiked, that's 57% during the time of pandemic compared to the previous year. Depression is just one of the effects of the mental health illness. As a mental health advocate, a counselor, and as an HR, everybody knows that I organize different activities in our company as to bring awareness about mental health issues, not just because it is required by the law, but that part of our taking care of our employees. We run through a series of mental talking about the mental health. We even surprise our employees by giving them a chocolate upon their entry to our company. So they were surprised in giving them chocolate. That means they are really matters and they are very important to us. And we also had some fun activities. Remember, can you see me dancing in a TikTok, doing the TikTok dance? Well, we have some fun games or contests doing the TikTok dance. That's part of support to better mental health. After all, there is no health without mental health. In relation to this important celebration, let me share a story of my special relationship with a black dog, which you may also had. Maybe now you have it, or at one point in your life or another. TMK earlier cite about her depression. But now, let me introduce to you the black dog, and his name is Depression. Praise black dog is popularized by Winston Churchill. He's known as the Prime Minister of UK, who described about the bout of description he experienced for much of his life, and I believe that we can all relate to, and it's on the same, and we speak the same language about the mental health. The same part of the story that I will share to you is extracted from the brilliant book of Matthew Johnson, the one who also suffered from depression. And while I'm writing this speech and I do the research about depression, I remember DTM Julius' bout of depression, which he shared during his webinar that I attended. He shared a bit earlier, and I believe that he also shared it during his speech contest a year ago where he won first place, and he also written an ebook about it. I suggest that you have to read it. It's very inspiring. And surprisingly, I even found out that there's an article about Tim Julius' journey of being from depression to surviving it. The Black Depression is obviously a metaphor. It represents gradual overtaking the things you once loved, the person you once recognized in the mirror, or the life you once lived. My friends, looking back, Black Dog had been in and out of my life since my early 20s. Whenever the Black Dog made an appearance, I felt empty, and life seems to slow down. Black Dog could surprise me with a visit for no reason or occasion. The Black Dog made me look and feel older than my years. When the rest of the world seemed to enjoying life, I could only see it through the Black Dog. Activity that usually brought me pleasure suddenly stopped. Black Dog liked to ruin my appetite. He chewed up my memory and my ability to concentrate. Doing anything or going anywhere with a Black Dog requires a superhuman strength. If Black Dog accompanied me to a special occasion, he would sniff out what confidence I had and chase it away. My biggest fear, I worried that people might judge me. Because of the shame and stigma associated with the Black Dog, I became champion of fooling everyone that I'm just okay, I'm happy, both at home and of course at work. So I exhaust a vast amount of energy into covering him up. But keeping up an emotional lie is really exhausting. Can you imagine that? You're not true yourself. Black Dog could make me think and say negative things. He makes me irritable, difficult to be around. He would take my love and bury my intimacy. He liked to wake me up with very repetitive negative thinking, and he also liked to remind me how exhausted to be the next day. You don't feel like going out, you don't feel like working, you don't feel like waking up, not excited to go to work. Having a Black Dog in your life is not much about feeling a bit down, sad, or blue. At its worst, it's about feeling empty. As the years went by, Black Dog got bigger and he started hanging around all the time. I chased him off whatever I thought might send him running, but more often than not, he'd come out on top. Going down became easier than getting up again. So I became rather good at self-medication, which never really helped. I began to feel totally isolated from everything and everyone. The Black Dog had finally succeeded in hijacking my life. When you lose all the joy in your life, you begin to question what the point of it is. That's the reason why I can really relate to TMK, sharing about her experience and about to end her life. Thankfully, this was the time that I sought professional help. This was the first step toward recovery and a major turning point in my life. I learned that doesn't matter who you are, the Black Dog affects millions and millions of people from all walks of life. And there is no silver bullet or magic pill. Medication can help some, and others might need a different, totally approach. Black Dog actually made me believe that if I ever told anyone about him, I would be judged. The truth is, being emotional, genuine, with close friends and family can be an absolutely game changer. Letting the dog out. Oh, let the dog out. I don't know. Sorry about that. It's far better than keeping him in. I learned not to be afraid of the black dog, and I taught him a few new tricks of my own. Remember, the more tired and stressed you are, the louder he barks. So it's important to learn how to rest properly and quiet your mind. Of course, yoga, meditation, being in nature can help shut out the dog. No, black dog is fat and lazy. He would rather you lie on your bed and feel sorry for yourself. He hates exercise, mostly because it makes you feel better. When you least feel like moving is when you should move the most. So you go out for a walk, you run, leave the black dog behind. Keeping a mood journal can be very useful. Getting your thoughts on paper is highly liberating and often insightful. Also, keep track of the things that you are grateful for. And the most important thing to remember is that no matter how bad it gets, if you take the right step, you talk to the right people, black dog can and will pass. I would not say that I am grateful for the black dog, but he has been an incredible teacher. He forced me to reevaluate and examine and simplify my life. I learned that running away from my problems, it's better to embrace them. Black dogs may always be a part of my life, maybe a part of your life, but you can learn it with patience, humor, knowledge, and discipline. Even the worst black dog can make to heal. If you are in difficulty, never be afraid to ask help. Of course, there is absolutely no shame in doing so. You know, the only shame is missing out on life. Now, what is actually depression? Normally, whenever I ask employees, especially our new employees, whenever they get sad, they would just say, I'm depressed. This has become part of their normal whenever they just worry, they just depressed. That is not depression. It is a mood disorder wherein the body and the brain do not produce the feel-good chemicals required to effectively regulate your mood, sleep, or regulate your appetite or your clear thoughts. Some symptoms of depression, be aware of this one: apathy, under or oversleeping, loss of interest in food. Other times are too great interest in food. They eat too much, they love to eat, muscle weakness, thoughts of suicide or despair, and irritability. Although period of sadness, anger, or apathy, we all feel as humans, like anybody else. It can be in whatever the positions you have in life, you have in life. It's okay or pretty okay to be feel normal, feeling anxious, worry, sad, anger, or apathy. But of course, that persistent feeling of sadness that lasts more than 2 weeks, that sadness or worries can be attributed to depression. So meaning if you have been sad for more than 2 weeks or more, that is no longer sadness. You might have been dealing with depression and it has to be diagnosed by the doctor. But without treatment, of course, it can grow worse and develop into a chronic condition called the persistent depressive disorder, which means that depressive state can persist up to at least 2 years. Depression is more likely to affect individuals who are going through major changes. You know, once you reach adulthood, you have a lot of responsibilities. When you quit your job, you starting a job, or most especially when you lose a loved one. So it is more likely to affect individuals who do not have solid support system, and maybe more common among people who have experienced significant breakup with family or friendships. And normally, male are usually prone to depression. You know why? Because they are not that expressive unless those women, they can express themselves. So they just keep it, the stigma that when you are man, man, you should actually be strong for yourself. It is not expected that you cry. So that's the reason why they keep it to themselves. That's why they are prone to depression. But depression does not have specific risk factors, doesn't know any social economic status. You can be rich, you can be poor, you can be women, you can men, you can be whatever religion or race that you have, whatever backgrounds that you have, you can experience the symptoms of depression. But of course, there's always a good news about that. There's always good thing is that we can protect our mental health. And it's not as hard as we may think. We can do it every day with simple activities that help us feel okay, or we can able better to cope up with life. It's like brushing your teeth every day. The TM Shea would definitely suggest. Why we do it when we can do it at least, every week around month? Because it's important to prevent problems, to decay, etc. So it's the same thing with our mental health. It can also be fun. When it comes to relationship, black dog, of course, can be confronting, frightening, and frustrating. But having a black dog can also deeper, richer, or better for you. It can deepen your relationship with your loved ones. So always remember, if you have a black dog in your life, get help, be helped, and always hold on to hope. Remember, when you lose your mind, you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, you will lose everything. So fellow Toastmasters, take care of yourself and someone dear to you. Thank you.
Yeah, Miss L, who let the dogs out?
Hindi ko lang
who let the
hindi ko alam
dogs?
eh. Kabayo
Next time,
yun.
i-videoke natin. Who lets the dog? Who let the dog out? Well, thank you so much, TM Isael, for reminding us, telling us, sharing it to us what this black dog is all about. Wow, that was an amazing speech, very informative, and I really enjoyed listening to it. I learned a lot of practical tips from that. And how about you, fellow TMs? Come on, flood the chat box with your reactions. Let's show our appreciation to TM Isael. 60 seconds. Go, go, go.
Don't be afraid of black dog. I have actually a black dog, but his name is Hakuna, which means no worries. Unlike the black dog, which means depression, he's very joyful. He's so excited to see me. So don't be don't be afraid of black dog. It's just a metaphor for depression. Gluto tayo. Team Jules.
1 minute is up. Thank you very much for the reminder. This time is brought to you by DM Trish, the timer of the evening. Thank you very much, DM Trish. And congratulations, DM Isael. By the way, people, few seconds, 5 seconds to unmute and show your appreciation to DM Isael. Oh, congratulations, DM Isael.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, TM.
Grabe, very informative. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. And we now move on, fellow TMs. I'm sure you're excited to hear our final speaker for the evening. Allow me to give a quick introduction of our speaker. Here goes. Our next presenter is taking on the presentation Mastery Pathway. He is now Is that right? Yeah, I think this is a new pathway. Surely he finished a lot of pathways already. So this is a new pathway for him. Presentation mastery, because he's now at level 1, project 3 for introduction to vocal variety and body language. The purpose of the practice, or rather, the purpose of the practice voice, rather, the purpose of this project is to improve voice variety and body language to enhance speech. Okay, and the time allocated for our speaker is 5 to 7 minutes. So you have 5 minutes minimum, maximum of 7 minutes. The evaluator for our final speaker is no other than TM Cheryl Lantican, and the title of his speech, Behind a Strong Man is a Stronger Woman. Let me say that again. Behind a strong man is a stronger woman. Let's hear it from TM Wally. TM Wally, the spotlight is yours. Let me just say, I couldn't seem to find TM Wally. TM Wally, there he is. TM Wally, the virtual spotlight is yours.
I was attending a meeting and I cannot wait to end the day so I can go to the airport and meet my wife. Fellow Toastmasters, that was in 2019 when my wife visited me in Hong Kong after my business travel. That was her first travel outside the country. So I immediately grabbed a taxi and boom, I head on to the airport. And I was so excited. And because of that, it seems everything around me is so slow. I can't wait to reach the airport. But upon arrival, I was so excited. I told to the driver, "Keep the change, boss. I will have my reward later on." "Good luck, sir." So as I entered the gate, there was a big guy in black suit and pushed me away. "Oh, ching chang chong ching chong ching chong." Unfortunately, we speak a different languages. So I asked, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" "I need to get into the airport because my wife is there. I need to meet her and I need to pick up her." "No, the airport is closed." "Why?" "Because you see, there's a lot of black people, a lot of protesters on the street, and everything has been closed." "Ah, you speak in English, huh? Get out of here!" Oh, when I look across the street, there's a lot of people wearing this black mask. And they have a pipe on their hand, and seems they are ready to rumble. Ching chang chong ching chong. Again, we speak a different language. I don't know what they're saying, but what I know, they were protesting about the decision for extradition of Hong Kong nationals, Hong Kong residents to the mainland China at that time. I don't know exactly what happened, and I don't care so much to know all about this. What I know, I need to see my wife. I need to get her. My worry escalated when I realized that I don't have an internet connection. I don't even have the local SIM card because I just arrived on that place on the same day as well. Then it popped up to me, for sure, there will be a public Wi-Fi here. It's Hong Kong anyway, and I'm in the airport. Then when I check it, my God, it has been blocked as part of the security protocol. It was 7 p.m. already, and I know that my wife arrived around 5 o'clock. So she's been there for 2 hours already, waiting for me, hearing nothing from me. But in my heart, she knows
that I'm coming, and I know that she is waiting. So I need to get in, and I said all the prayers to our God. Then suddenly, I noticed that an old lady police officer replaced the tall and ugly one. So I approached her. Madam, I need your help. I need to fetch my wife. My wife is there. Please, I need you. Get out of here! Then I go back again. Madam, I really need your help. See, I'm not here to participate to whatever movement that they are doing. I have my passport. I have my business agenda here. And here is my hotel reservation. Then she checked everything. Check. Okay, follow me. Wow! You came from heaven, madam. So my heart was jumping for joy. I was so happy. So we sneaked between the audiences, the crowd, and all the people protesting, whatever it is. And we take the back door of the airport. And luckily, I was there. I was the only one trying to get in, while everyone is trying to move out. And finally, I saw my beloved wife across the long arrival hall of the airport. That was a feeling like it was our first day. I was fully relieved and I was so excited. As I approached her, I was expecting that she will tell me all about her worries, waiting without any calls, without communications, and considering whatever happening around her. But when I approached her, she smiled at me. Of course, I kissed her and hugged her. That was part of the rewards that I had mentioned.
Ah.
And she told me with a smile how she was scrutinized by the immigrations, checking all the things, all the documents. And I was amazed. I just forgot everything. I just focused to now. That is, finally, we were together. Whew. That was a wrecking experience. That was stressful, but very exciting for me. I really praise God, and I admire her more because of that. I thought that I was so bright that I found a lady officer so that I was able to get in. And I thought that I was so strong because I was able to sneak between the audiences so that I can get into the airport. But I realized my wife was stronger than me because she stayed calm at the middle of the chaos. Truly, a calm person is just like a tree, where a troubled person who needs the shelter comes in. Behind a strong man is a stronger woman. I am a strong man, but my wife is stronger. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Woohoo! PM Wally, I'm pretty sure Mrs. Peña is right there sitting next to you.
Yes!
Magandang gabi, Miss Peña. The stronger woman. Hello, good evening from your friends from Laguna Toastmasters. Grabe naman talaga. Ang masasabi ko lang po, all I can say is hashtag jowa mode pa rin. Even at that, even if you're already married, yung level of excitement that you were showing and the perseverance that you showed when you were going through that place where you wanted to meet your wife. Wow. I can imagine like a boyfriend girlfriend scenario in a K drama. Everyone's now flooding you with their messages. TM Wally, let's take this time, come on, to read your reactions and appreciation from fellow Toastmasters. Oh, wow.
Thank
Sabi
you,
nila
thank
para
you.
daw ano, oo, pang telenovela, sorry luma pala yung K-pop na pala, K-novela na pala. Oh, come on. We have 60 seconds. One minute is up. Thank you very much again to the timer of the evening. This time check is brought to you by TM Trish, our timer of the evening. Once again, TMs, show your appreciation to TM1 by giving him 5 seconds. Unmute for 5 seconds. Come on. My favorite, your favorite line, ching ching chang chong 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 chong.
Nice one,
Okay.
Wally.
Stronger.
Nice, stronger. Congratulations to me.
Thank you.
To Mrs. Spaniel.
Very good
Hashtag sana
Mandarin.
all.
I love your Mandarin, Tim Wally.
National
Sabi
guest
ko
na
sana
ng
Chong, chong, chong.
China.
We enjoy that. Oh my goodness, how time flies when you are having fun and when you are enjoying the speech marathon. Fellow TMs, it's now time to hear the feedback from our evaluators. Time check, it's 8:58. And TM Isa, let me just double check. Our time is up until, is it till 9:30, right?
Yes, if we can
Yeah,
end
okay.
earlier, the better. But our standard time is
Okay.
9:30.
Maximum of 9:30. Okay, let's head it for the evaluation. For our first speaker, allow me to call on the first evaluator for our speaker who's done her icebreaker speech. Please welcome TM Fiona. TM Fiona, good evening. The spotlight is yours.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So, do you have that feeling when a new series is on Netflix and you're curious, like, is this gonna be good or is this just the hype of some sort? And then they only air one episode. It's a type where you kind of have to wait every week to see what comes up next, right? So, TMK, your speech felt like the pilot episode to your Toastmasters arc or to this Toastmasters portion of your life. Okay, so actually, I'm always really very excited to hear that. Oh, there's someone doing an icebreaker speech because it's something, some sort of like the Who's That Pokemon of, or the game shows where you have someone standing behind the curtain and you're just so curious to get to know them. So, TMK, first of all, I'm very glad to get to know you tonight. For us to get to know you, thank you so much for putting yourself out there, for showing us that you are very courageous and very sincere when it comes to sharing the things that you care about. This time, thank you as well for fully demonstrating this boldness that you have to introduce yourself in such a deep and meaningful way. Okay. So, first of all, let me move on to the formalities of my evaluation. A good speech starts with a captivating hook. So, from what I've gotten from the structure of your speech, you followed the template that was available at the Toastmasters page, right? But in this case, since yes, we're all getting to know each other here, and you're trying to find your way into Toastmasters. This is just the beginning. So instead of a hook, your voice, maybe instead of saying a statement as a hook, it was your voice that was the hook for me. You have a very captivating voice and a much more enthusiastic intonation. So I love how my enthusiasm to get to know you was matched by your enthusiasm to share more about yourself through your speech. The second thing that I loved about your speech is that you were telling the story in the most relaxed manner, as if we're just friends. We're all gathered here at a coffee shop, and you've imparted it to us. As if we're just reading, yes, reading smoothly through your entire life. And the third thing that comes hand in hand with with how you imparted your speech is that it felt like you were slowly building up to something. And when you were discussing about how your low point, the lowest point in your life, and what you were trying to do in order to overcome it and not give up and keep holding on, that was what it felt like. You cut your speech there and you left us with a cliffhanger, like, OMG, this is TMK's moment of self rediscovery. This is her way of reinventing herself, and you've left us with you've left us hooked for the next episode. What's it gonna be? What is TMK's next step in improving herself and rediscovering more about herself? So maybe the last few pieces of advice I could give is also one that was given to me during my icebreaker speech. It is to try and familiarize yourself with your speech so you don't make it you don't look like you're reading, because I know this is a Zoom setup, so it's comfortable for us, especially for us first timers, to have some copy of our speech right in front of us. So whether it maybe on another screen of some sort, but through in your succeeding episodes, I'm so excited to see your improvement. I'm rooting for you, TMK. We all are. Because in this club, I know and I believe that we speak the self language when it comes to self improvement and discovery. So back to you, TME Grace.
Sorry, before I let you go, TM Fiona, TMK, can I just take a quick snapshot of the two of you? Come on. A quick one. 1, 2, 3, small. Okay, thank you so much, our evaluator, TM Fiona. Very helpful evaluation for TMK. TMK, congratulations on your icebreaker speech. It's now time for us to call on our next evaluator for TM Julius speech. Please welcome TM Josh Santiago. TM Josh, the spotlight is yours. And of course, let us also put on spotlight TM Julius. So it would be nice, like you are just conversing with each other. Right there in front of you is our evaluator. Take it away, TM Josh.
Thank you, TM Grace. There are some speeches that you have to listen to, and then there are some speeches that you get to listen to. And this is one of those. The purpose of DTM Julius' speech was for the speaker to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. DTM Julius gave a classic model of a prep structured speech. Prep for our new members is PREP, position, reason, examples, and then position again. Even enhancing the end with another variation of the theme of Do Titles Matter by ending it with discern the motivation. It was an excellently, or it was a fantastic and well organized speech. In that, yeah, he gave the very structure. Do titles matter? He gave the subtitles, also DTM, duty to magnify, duty to model, and duty to multiply. He gave the reasons for it, short reasons. He gave concrete examples, and then he ended again with the statement of the position. How can I help make you even better, DTM Julius, if that's even possible? But may I suggest that in the sub points where you gave duty to magnify, you could have given examples of someone who did not have any title but still led, who still magnified the seeds of greatness in others, because the title of your speech was "Do Titles Matter?" And the duty to in the duty to magnify, you could have given an example that again went back to your overarching theme. The same with the duty to mold and the duty to multiply. But then again, that's just a minor way to improve. I cannot complain. It was a sight to behold. The hand gestures were great. You maximized the medium. You obviously practiced blocking and the cinematography of this, positioning your body well and looking at the camera, and even ending with your hands reached out and giving the cinematic effect of making it larger than yourself. And while there were some pauses, though, again, how can I make your speech, your great speech, even better? Well, there were some pauses where it slightly seemed that you were thinking of the next part instead of giving the audience time to chew up on the last part. It also did give time for listeners to pause and think. But my suggestion is that maybe you can stop and then walk and move your feet and body as you go to the second point, like duty to magnify. Secondly, so maybe something like that, rather than you going back and propping yourself again to your original position. Just that minor point beside, again, like I said, was a great use of the camera, especially the last hand gesture. And then finally, as to the content, it was I'm speechless. It was magnificent. There was the first point was duty to magnify, second point was a duty to mold, and the third point was a duty to multiply. Make others great, make yourself less, and make more of both kinds. Again, the title was Do Titles Matter? And DTM Julius gave us the answer by showing and not telling that the answer is in the negative. Rather, leadership is not a title, but as he said, and I will end with his quote, it is born out of a genuine desire to bring out the best in others through service. Again, overall, this was a most excellent speech. And I would like to thank you, DTM Julius, for the privilege of evaluating your speech. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, TM Josh. And TM Julius, now stay right there. Don't move a muscle. Because at this point, I'd like to take a nice picture of the two of you, a formal shot. Perhaps, since we are talking about do titles do matter? Do we need titles to salute someone who's doing a great job in his own little way, improving other people's life? For this, I'd like to request TM Josh and TM Julius. Can we salute TM Julius for his amazing speech tonight? Everyone, salute to DTM. True DTM. Okay, everyone, hold it for like few seconds, please. I'm taking a snapshot. Come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, congratulations, TM Julius. And thank you so much, TM Josh, for the helpful evaluation. It's now time to call on our next evaluator. Let's put on spotlight. This time, TM, shall I? TM, shall I? Doing the evaluation for our third speaker, TM Isael. The spotlight is yours.
Good evening, Toastmasters, and good evening, TM Isael. Thank you for that very wonderful speech you have given us tonight. I remember the first time I attended Toastmasters, you were one of the speakers. And all throughout, that was a year ago, and all throughout, I've seen your journey as a preferred, how you make your speeches, how you prepare your speeches. And today, your objective is to deliver a professional speech and deliver a longer speech. I think that you failed on that one. Kidding aside, because I didn't feel that it was a long speech. You brought me back to the journey of talking about mental health, that some people, they're scared to talk about it. It's a taboo topic. And I myself have experienced my own black dog, and I didn't even know that it's called black dog. But you have given us that information, and I really, every speeches that you're making now, they're all very informative, and I thank you for that. So thank you, and the energy is there. I love your energy. Really, the blogging is helping a lot. So I might do that as well soon. And the facial expression. I like how you do your facial expression. It's not too much for me. I can see, like, even though we are in a Zoom meeting, I can connect to you. You brought me back to that journey of how I also conquered my own black dog. And that, when you mentioned about the mood board, actually it helps a lot doing the mood board. I did the mood board for 1 month because I feel like I was always sad. So then I realized in 30 days of a month, I was sad only for like 3 days, 3 to 5 days. So then I realized that if I am sad, it's just for a few days. It will not be like the 30 days of my life. So ever since I did a mood board, I can always say that, oh, it will pass. It will pass. The how can I help you to improve your speech? I would say that like DTM Julius earlier, he stands up in front of the screen. I think if you were able to do that, I can see your hand gesture, and I will be able to not only see like the half part of your body, and I will be able to see at least your hand. And the camera view. So hold on a second. So the camera view. So that's all. So it's like your movement. It's not only the shoulder. So I think I'm looking forward for your next speech, and it will be more on like your standing and. Thank you very much, TM Isael, for that wonderful speech.
Thank you very much, TM Shala, and congratulations, TM Isael. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Now, for your post, can I just request a special post for this tandem right here? Okay, because we're talking about mental health. Can you do this post, please? Like you're massaging your, what do you call this? I don't even know what to call this. Okay. Temple, is it?
Magmumukha akong
Your
professor.
temple.
Okay, the
Pinky.
temple. Touch the temple. Okay. The problem is who's going to press? Who's going to press? Okay, okay.
And cheeky
Let's do
eye.
that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and hold it, because I'm going to crop myself into this picture with both hands up. Okay, that's it. One more. This time I'm going. Okay. Can somebody press this for me, please? And then send it to the group chat so I can face myself with both hands like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I hope somebody did press. Thank you so much, TM Shalai and TM Isael. All right, we're now down to our final evaluation. It's time to call on the lovely, the one and only, the one and only TM Cheryl Lantican to evaluate the ever loving husband. Hashtag how to have a husband like you. Okay, wow. Baka magtampo yung asawa ko, baka nakikinig. Okay. Jowa Balls, hashtag Jowa Balls kahit mag-asawa na. Thank you so much. It's now time for TM Cheryl and TM Wally. The spotlight's yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Grace. Before I begin with my evaluation, quickly please put in the chat box your favorite Disney movie. Disney movie, come on, guys. Disney movie. I want to see it. Oh, all right. Thank you for that. I already saw my favorite as well. While listening to Toastmaster Lion King, thank you for sharing. Oh, Rapunzel. All right. Thank you so much, my fellow Toastmasters, for responding. While listening to Toastmaster Wally, all I can think about is a princess locked in a tower with her long, shiny hair. And all I could imagine is that she looks like Mrs. Peña. Ang haba ng hair indeed. So the entire time, at the back of my mind, I see the light was playing slowly and romantically. That was going on inside my head. That's why I was smiling the entire time I was watching your speech. But seriously, I took note of 4 very important points in your speech, Toastmaster Wally. First of all, objective-wise, oh no, I'm Fiona. Objective-wise, Tangled is one of my favorite movies. Objective-wise, I believe you hit the nail on the head. You were able to showcase the vocal variety, the movements of your arms. You even used props to amplify the level of your speech. So that's highly commendable, Toastmaster Wally. Second, you had one story only, but it was impressive how you had us all hooked with a single story from start to finish. You didn't add a lot of extra scenes, but you were just simply narrating your ardent desire to fetch your wife inside the airport. Third would be I loved how you were able to use the words magnificently, impeccably to show us the scenes vividly. You were able to create scenes that your audience could vividly picture out. So it was like I'm sorry, I just can't help but smile. When you were allowed to go inside, I think when you saw your wife, I also felt that there was slow motion and at last I see the light. It was really playing in my head, literally, not figuratively, literally. So I commend you for hitting your objectives, for being able to use a single story and yet you got your audience all hooked up in your story. And of course, I highly commend you for choosing simple words and yet you were able to vividly create a picture so that your audience could appreciate. And we all felt that we were there waiting for you to see your wife. Now, if there's anything that I wish for you to improve on, which I think is just very basic, I'm also imagining it. Yes, thank you to Professor Josh. I really enjoyed evaluating your speech. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get okay. There. So my recommendation, the framing, since we are all in a virtual platform, there were moments where you were using your arms and yet we could not fully appreciate what you were doing because yes, perhaps on your next speech, most especially when you want to highlight vocal variety and arm or gesture, you might want to stand up so we could appreciate more the hand movement and the props that you used. And also one more thing, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be there. I think the pen stayed on your hand. I was a bit distracted because for a while I thought you're going to get a paper with it and write something down. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the pen. You held on to it, I think, almost halfway through the speech. But overall, Toastmaster Wally, I must say, so far this has been your best speech for me. I've evaluated you several times, but every speech that you do, I always appreciate because you're so authentic. Your message is clear, and you always share a part of you that a lot of us could relate to. My fellow Toastmasters, I know I'm over time already, so let me leave you with this. I hope all of us will remember this. This is very important. Behind the strong man is a stronger woman. Back to you, Toastmaster Grace.
Ching, chang,
Thank you
ching, chang,
very
ching. Thank you.
much. Ching, 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 ching. Congratulations, ching,
Chintanso?
ching, ching. TM
Chintanso?
Wally and Evaluator TM Cheryl. Very helpful evaluation from TM Cheryl. This time for your pose, may I request this tandem to please do the strong pose. Okay, the TM, that's right. TM Cheryl will be doing the double pose, double arm pose, and then TM Wally one pose. Okay, one arm rather. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you all so much. Marami pong salamat. Thank you very much. TM Wally, congratulations to you. And TM Cheryl, we appreciate your willingness to be the evaluator of the evening. Maraming salamat. It's 9:22. We are having so much fun when we are having the speech marathon. I really hope it's October every month, so we'll get to hear more speeches like this. Isn't it exciting when you get to hear more and know more about your fellow Toastmasters, how they are dealing and how they are going through their respective journeys. Oh, we have reports. Oh my goodness. It's not time to call on. I almost forgot. We have our tag team. So no further ado, let me call on. I thought I was about to end. Let me call on our grammarian of the evening. With no further ado, on your spotlight, TM Shella. Boom.
Good evening. I'm the surprise grammarian for the night. So I said yes to being a grammarian tonight because and it aligns to what DTM Julius said, to duty to bold, duty to magnify, and duty to multiply. So I wanted to be able to do that and the true meaning of DTM. So I will say yes to this role. Being a grammarian is not my grammar is not my strength. I always say that. However, being a grammarian, I realized that you don't really focus on the itsy bitsy grammar or the words that the person is using, but instead, being a grammarian makes me more learn how to listen attentively to the person who is speaking, and I learned a lot today. And so, thank you, Tiam She, for telling me to be a grammarian, to be voluntold to be a grammarian tonight. So there's only one person used the word for the night, our idiom for the night, which is TM Fiona. And TM Wally almost used it. He said that speak different language. He said different language. Yeah. But I found a lot of gems tonight. From the speech of TMK, where she said that finding the reason to live, learn to honor and give to yourself first, and connect and align to the source of everything, to God. And also the genuine learning from DTM Julius to not focus on the title, but to genuinely learn to add value to others. To be honest, being VP of membership, I've been telling TM She about it, that I find it hard to be a leader because I also wanted to give, to deliver. Being chosen to be a leader of our club, I wanted to be able to share myself and to create value to others. So meanwhile, please bear with me for some more time, but I promise you that I will do DTM. Duty to mold, duty to multiply, and duty to magnify. And also, one more gem that I have learned today is that we can protect our mental health. Mental health is very important. And do you know that Tuesday, I made it myself that it is my mental health day? That all the business of life, after I've started doing business, I don't have a day off. I used to have 2 days off in a week when I was working in a corporate office, but doing business, you don't have a day off and you work 24 hours a day. But joining Toastmasters Club, I realized I have to take care of myself. So I dedicated my Tuesday for myself. So thank you for that, Toastmasters. And of course, the number one gem today, behind every man, behind a strong man, my husband just arrived, behind the strong man is the stronger woman. Exactly. He agrees. So that's all the gems for tonight. And the words of caution, I would say that we have to be careful in using in or at, he or she. I am always using he for she. I think that's what we Filipinos always make mistake of. And of course, use the power of pause, because when we use the power of pause, we can speak more clearly, and other people, our audience, will be able to listen, understand us more attentively, and we can avoid our grammar mistakes. That's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Shalai. It's now time to hear the counter, TM Jack. TM Jack, take it away. Ang nagbabalik.
Inspired by the speech of distinguished Toastmaster Julius, DTM, does Toastmaster matter? Yes, Toastmaster matters. So after missing so many meetings, I am really, and being with the people who speak the same language, hearing your stories made me think, this is what I need to hear today. And I'm very happy that I am here, and I was also able to invite my colleague in work, Ryoko. So thank you for coming here, Ryoko. So I'm happy also to announce that I do agree with Toastmaster Josh that indeed this is a very quality meeting, because I only recorded less than 3 long pauses, filler, and repetitive words from all of the speakers tonight. So congratulations, everyone. So I'm just really happy that I'm here tonight, and I hope that I could attend all of the succeeding meetings. So I'm just here, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Jack. Of course, happy to have you back. And this time, it's time to hear the timer of the evening.
Thank
The
you,
spotlight
TM
is
Grace.
yours.
Thank you. A TED Talk is usually 18 minutes long. Organizers understand that this 18 minutes is just long enough for a speaker to flesh out his ideas, but short enough that the message would still be understood and the audience would be able to take in and understand everything. Here in Toastmasters, we operate pretty much the same way. We time the speakers and give them just the right amount of time so that they can share their stories and share ideas, but still short enough so that the audience won't get bored and so that the speaker won't overstay the welcome. So this is the reason why we time everything. Now that said, here is my timer's report. For our first speaker, Toastmaster K, she was given 46 minutes. She delivered her speech for 6 minutes and 54 seconds. A little over time, but still good. For her evaluator, Toastmaster Fiona, she was given 2 minutes and 2 to 3 minutes, but she delivered her speech past 4 minutes. For Toastmaster Julius, the second speaker, he was given 5 to 7 minutes. He also delivered a little overtime, 7 minutes and 55 seconds. His evaluator, on the other hand, Toastmaster Josh, was given also 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. He delivered his speech for 4 minutes and 19 seconds, a little overtime also. For Toastmaster Isael, for the first time, congratulations. You did not go overtime, but you went under time this time. You finished your speech. You were given 18 minutes, 18 to 22 minutes. You delivered your speech in 17 minutes and 22 seconds. For the evaluator, Toastmaster Shala, you were given 2 to 3 minutes, but you delivered your speech for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. About just the right time. For our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Wally, he was given 5 to 7 minutes. He delivered his speech for 7 minutes and 16 seconds, which is within time. And for his evaluator, Toastmaster Cheryl, she was given 2 minutes for 4 minutes and 49 seconds, a little over time. So that's all for the timers report. And let me just end my report with a nice big, and listen to this, bang. Back to you, Toastmaster Grace.
Thank you very much. DM Trish,
Wow.
the timer of the evening. And thank you for the big bang. You were able to remind us all the time that, hey, the 60-second is up. It's time. We still have time for the tag team. Okay, thank you so much for the kind reminder. Big help. I just enjoyed every single minute that we are here listening to our speakers. Let's do this more often, President. Can we do this like once a month? We only have two meetings in a month pala. Okay, let's do this more frequently if we have lots of volunteers. But I encourage fellow TMs, please let the officers know that you have intention to do your speeches so we can actually prioritize speech marathons if we need to, especially if you all want to level up. But I don't want to go over time. And let's end this meeting with a bang. I'd like to call on back on the virtual stage President TM Isa L for our final closing message. And perhaps you may want to check on everyone before we formally conclude. TM Isa L.
I would, yes, I would say that we speak the same language. This meeting is actually a blast. We had a blast. Yes, and as TM Josh, this is a quality meeting, and perhaps this is what a great way to end this meeting with so many learnings, like attending. I learn every time there's a speech. It feels like attending a seminar or workshop, but it's more personal. And just like Team Grace, I encourage everyone, especially during the face-to-face meeting, it's really exciting. It's a totally different feels when you get to share and deliver your speech with those people, true people, genuine people in front of you. We get to see their emotion, feels that it's. I'm so excited to see you all on October 25th. So we have a special fellowship that definitely we can work out. We can accommodate speech, especially those who want to. And that's it. And with this, as a tradition, I would like to ask a feedback, especially from our guest, Miss Ryoko. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and welcome to Laguna Toastmasters Club. We would like to hear from you. Any feedback, and of course, something or take away from us. I hope you learn or get something from us. Hi. Miss Ryoko, welcome. Yes, we would like to, it's okay. I won't be able to talk to, yes. We are looking forward to see you on our next meeting. And if you want to, you can join us and be a member of Laguna Toastmasters Club. Diretso, no? And of course, for our first timer, first icebreaker, TMK. What do you feel now that you were able to deliver your first, you take your first journey to Toastmasters? Tell us, let us know about what you feel. Share us your thoughts.
Hello. Thank you, TM Isael. Forgive the rain on the raining. It's raining here, so forgive the sound on my background. Thank you so much. It's been a great experience for me to share my first speech. Um Thank you for the support. I appreciate how you motivated me through the chat box, and I look forward to um more meetings and sharing and learnings from all of you.
Yes,
That's
definitely TMK would like to know the next episode of your life. So TM Fiona. Now let's welcome TM Orlane. We're very happy to, again, of course, officially, you're now at Laguna Toastmasters. We would like to hear from you, Toastmaster Orlane.
Hello, is my audio clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to open my camera. I went outside so that the signal will hopefully be better. Yes, it's still clear. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yes, as mentioned, I'm very glad to finally be an official TM, and I really enjoyed the speeches today. I'm looking forward to doing my speech next time, and of course, to know each other more, such as through these icebreaker speeches, and to journey and grow with everyone here as we learn and experience more being a Toastmaster. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Hope to see you, everybody, in person, face to face, next October 25. Is there anyone here who wants to say something, a special announcement aside from our October 25 session?
Right. I'd like to remind everybody, October 25, that would be in our place. Please visit naman. It's also, I'm treating everyone also because it's my birthday Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow! I
Okay.
believe it would be a
Okay. So I would,
special
yeah.
session plus a lot of
And
celebration.
correct. Don't forget to bring your tiny or whatever costume you have because it's also a boo party. Not the boo as in, boo, but boo as in Halloween theme party. Come on, okay? So yung
Do
Halloween
we do we
fellowship
need to change
natin.
costume like our face?
You can
Mascara?
actually bring your stuff and all. Or perhaps dress up here or put on makeup. It's up to you as long as you have a little touch of Halloween mood. Okay. Oh, one more thing. By the way, for the I remember I have posted in our group chat the photo op for the professional portfolio photo shoot on October 25. But since there was no confirmation yet, I had to cancel the 25th but move it to the 28th. So I have a batch of photo shoot. It's going to be a glam photo shoot, but for Toastmasters, it can be just the professional portfolio photo shoot, and it's 50% off for all TMs,
Wow.
special discount for all TMs. But if you want to wear a gown, the glam look, that would be a different rate. But for the professional photo shoot, it would be half the price. Unlike when you go to other like Create Image, it's so expensive. Okay, that's it from my end. Thank you very much, Shamisa.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Without any further announcement, I would now move this meeting adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yay!
And of
Thank
course,
you.
next, next
And
is,
next would be the photo op. Okay,
all
for
right.
the photo op, can we do ting. Parang Japanese tayo ngayon, kasi nandito si Ryoko. Ryoko, is it Ryoko? Okay.
Okay.
Now, feeling Japanese ako ngayon. 1, 2, 3. Ako na rin yung sound effect, no? Teka, isa pa. Aha, baka may suggestion kayo dyan?
Grabe sa shutter sound.
Actually, sinauna, no? Sana man lang medyo bago yung ano pa? Ano pang pose? Ganun ba? Parang whisker, ganon? Experiment tayo.
Okay.
Alam ko na, for the marathon, dapat palakpakan lahat na nag-marathon.
Yan,
Palakpak
okay.
kayo. Okay.
Ayun, suggestion ni Martina.
Yeah.
O suggestion ni
Ano daw?
Martina.
Okay,
What do you want us to do? O, ganun
Oh,
daw.
it's like, ay, oh, cute, cute. Medyo pa V, para maganda cute. Oh, pag magkadikit. Okay. The problem, who's going to press? Okay.
Ako na lang.
Team Josh. That's
Yes,
really-
Grace, I have a timer po.
1,
Ano,
2,
one,
The timer, okay.
Yan.
Yay! Thank you,
Yay!
everyone.
Thank you,
See
everyone.
you on the 25th. You'll get to visit my
Bye,
place.
Miss
See you.
Ryoko.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Ryoko.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, good night.
Morning,
Bye.
Bye-bye. Team K.
Thank you.
I love.
All right.